So, welcome. Coming to the center of the mat, find your feet firmly planted underneath your hips, grounding down through the lower body, inhaling, lengthening up through the spine. Bring the palms out next to you, gaze straight ahead, and then heel toe your feet a little bit more apart. Today we're going to be focusing on taking up space, creating space, lengthening through the body, and providing that openness for us to dive into our inner wisdom, our inner healing. So take a wide stance here. Take up space as you need. Palms forward, roll the shoulders down the back. Take a deep breath in, fill up as much as you can. Open mouth, exhale at the top. Close the eyes. And tune in as you stand here and just feel what it's like for the inner body to be in this stance. With the wide legs, fingertips outstretched. Continue to breathe deeply here. Come on, and inhale, lift the chin, opening the throat, lifting the gaze. Exhale, drop the chin, tuck the head. Blink open the eyes as you lift your gaze. Heel toe the feet back together. And inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Clasping the fingertips at the top, point up with the fingertips. And then step the right foot just behind the left, like crossing the legs. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, bend towards the right. Taking the side body stretch, feeling the lengthening the front side body. Press the hips forward as you lift the heart. One more inhale here. Staying for the exhale. Inhale back to center, release the hands, uncross the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead again. Clasping the fingertips. This time take that left foot behind the right, crossing the legs. Inhale, lengthen up. Relax the shoulders. And then exhale, tilt towards the right. Press the hips forward so you feel a little stretch in that front side body, maybe deep into the psoas. Maybe not so deep since we're just starting. Feel your way through it. Keep the breath deep and slow. Inhale back to center and cross the legs. Slow dive forward, bend in the knees. Exhale towards the bottom, fingertips reach towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, coming to your tabletop. Lengthening out through the spine. Pressing out through the tailbone. Lengthening out through the back of the neck. Another breath here. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back. Coming into that lunge. Take your time to get set up. And maybe this time widening the feet a little bit. Again, taking up as much space as you need. Lower the right knee. Keep the right hand planted. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Deep breath in as you reach up with the left fingertips. Exhale, ground down with the right hand. On your next inhale, lift up and reach back, twisting in towards your knee. Inhale to lengthen, press the fingertips out, and then exhale, drop the left hand back, reach the right arm up. And then cartwheel your hands to frame your front foot, coming back to that low lunge. Spend a few breaths here. Again, always available to take those deep exhales out through the mouth or close the eyes if you want to focus in. Spend a few breaths here, letting your body adjust to the shape. And then tuck the back toes, lift the knees, step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, rolling the spine up with you. Bring the arms up overhead. And on your exhale, you're going to dive right back down. Send the hips back, chest over the thighs, reaching towards the earth, let the head hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, finding that tabletop posture, straight back, slight bend in the knees, or deep bend in the knees, depending on where you're at this morning. One more inhale to lengthen. Exhale, slow fold, plant the hands. Step the left foot back, finding that lunge. Take a few breaths here. Widen your stance if you need by heel toeing that right foot to the edge of the mat, to the left foot a little bit more towards the edge. Spend a few breaths here. Let your body settle in and pay attention again from the inside out. What does this feel like? Again, breathing from the belly first. Exhaling through the nose, lower that left leg. Untuck the left toes, plant that left arm. Inhale, reach the right arm up, lengthening through the front of the body. Reach up with the fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, ground down with the left hand. And on your next inhale, let yourself bring yourself up with the inhale. Reach out the fingertips. Make yourself as long as you can. Inhale. Exhale, drop that right hand, reach the left arm up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Maybe heel toeing that right foot back, closer towards the center so you can plant your right hand on the outside of it. Tuck the back toes, lift the left knee. And then step back to plank, top of a push-up. First one, we won't be here too long. Shift the weight forward, heels lifting up. Deep breath in, exhale over the knees. Bring the toes together and widen the knees to the edge of the mat for a wide-legged child's pose. Shift the hips back over the heels, lower the forehead. 3 rounds of breath here. With each exhale, let yourself settle in. With each inhale, allow the spine to lengthen. Keep filling up the lungs as deeply as you can. And on an inhale, slowly lift the hips, coming back to tabletop. Bring the knees together. Tuck the toes, and we'll lift into a downward facing dog. Fingertips spread wide. Lift the knees, send the hips back. Then lift the tailbone as you keep your chest pressing towards your thighs. Look back towards your feet or your knees. 2 breaths here. On your exhale, look between your hands and tiptoe. Make your way to the top of a mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees generously and then roll the spine up to stand. Roll the shoulders down the back. Take a soft gaze or close the eyes. Rolling the shoulders, relaxing the neck. And press the fingertips down, press the shoulder blades down, ground down through the feet. Firm up through the legs, pulling the inner thighs forward, feeling that energy, that warmth, that power in the lower body. Release that strengthening of the legs and inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Exhale on your way down. Heel toe your feet about hips width distance apart until you're in a wide-legged forward fold. So feet are just going to be towards the edges of the mat. If you need a little closer in for more stability, go for it. If you need to widen a little bit more for whatever reason, that's also fine. Find yourself in your halfway lift, hands to your shins or maybe to your thighs. Don't lock out your legs, so you shouldn't be pressing the legs so straight that they're locking out. Keep a slight bend. Deep breath in as you lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant the left hand in the middle of the mat in between your feet. Inhale, reach that right arm up, peeling the right fingertips up. Exhale, back down. Other side, right hand plants. Inhale, reach the left arm up and open. Exhale, release one more time on each side. Move with your breath. Squeezing the shoulder blades together at the top. Exhale, palms to the mat. You can bend your knees as much as you need. And then heel toe the feet together for another forward fold. Another halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold it down. Plant the hands, step back to your plank. Top of a push-up. You can always lower to your knees if you need. Shift the weight forward, hands under your shoulders, lifting through the belly, lifting through the heels. One more breath in. Exhale, untuck the toes and lower into upward facing dog. You can also lower all the way to your belly if you prefer cobra. And up dog, our thighs are lifted. Our heart is pulled through our shoulders. Press the finger pads down into the mat, look up. Exhale, lower the knees. Lift the belly, shift the hips up and back to child's pose. 2 breaths here. When you're ready, inhale, lift it up. Lower all the way to the belly. Bring your palms next to your chest. Squeeze the elbows in. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Inhale to cobra, lifting the heart. Lifting the gaze. Keep reaching back with the toes as you press the top of the feet into the mat. Lengthening through the spine. Now take a slight tuck at the chin so your gaze is straight down. Press the pubic bone into the mat to lengthen through the tailbone. One more breath in here. Exhale, release, lower the forehead to the mat. Take a breath. Take a rest. Unclench the glutes. And we'll take that cobra one more time. Zip the legs together, tops of the feet press into the mat. Draw the elbows together, shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift the heart. Pressing into the hands a little bit this time for full cobra. Lifting up as much as you need or as little as you need. Deep breath in, lengthen through the top of the torso, the front of the chest. One more breath in. Exhale, lower. Reach the arms out in front of you, point the toes, lengthen on an inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back next to you. Come to tabletop, hands and knees. And take any little movements you might need to continue warming the body up. Maybe some figure fours, shifting the weight forward and back. You can flip the hands over so you're rolling out the wrists. So the palms of the hands facing up and shift the weight forward and back gently is the key word here. Nice and gentle on the wrists. You can turn the palms to face each other, fingertips reaching in. Again, gentle back and forth. When you feel good, just bring the palms back to the mat. Maybe squeezing out the shoulder blades in a cat pose, pressing the top of the shoulder blades towards the sky. Breathing into the back of the heart space. Inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze, lifting the tailbone for a cow pose. And just continue with a few more rounds of breath of organic movements. On your next exhale, breathe it out through the mouth. And coming to neutral spine, take your left foot and bring it between the hands. Finding that low lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, curl the spine as you draw that left hip back, slightly lengthening through the back of the left leg. Inhale, lifting up the heart, bending into that knee, reaching forward. Exhale, curling the spine as you lengthen the left leg. Take a few more rounds of this. You don't need to go too far, too deep. Work with your body, not against it. Big inhale as you bend into the knee and lift the heart. Exhale it out through open mouth. And then coming to lizard pose, heel toe that left foot to the edge of the mat. Bring the hands on the inside of the mat. Lift through that back leg and step forward to the top of the mat. You're going to bring your right foot to the outside of the right leg for a wide-legged fold. Inhale, lift the hips, drop the head. Halfway lift on your next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, bend the knees, roll the spine, bring the arms up dramatically. And then exhale, cactus arms, elbows down, 90-degree angle, looking up still. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or your thighs, maybe the floor if you've got that length. And step the left foot back this time. Lower the knee, low lunge. Take a few breaths here. Bring your right hand on the in or the outside of the foot. So we're framing the foot with our hands. And inhale, bend into that right knee as you pull the heart through, opening up the throat. Big breath in here. Your exhale brings the right hip back as you lengthen through that right leg and fold over the leg. Inhale, bend in, pull forward, deep breath in. Exhale, shift it back. Continue with a few more rounds of breath here. These dynamic movements, letting the rhythm of your breath dictate how fast or slow you go. Hopefully you're slowing it down a little bit here. And slowly coming back forward, right foot plants. Bring both hands on the inside of the foot for lizard pose, maybe heel toeing that right foot to the edge of the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift up from that back knee, look forward, step forward to that wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, heel toe the feet together. And then inhale, roll to stand, bring the arms up with you. Exhale, cactus arms, elbows down, fingertips spread wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open the heart towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale to mountain. Heel toe the feet apart again, finding that wide stance. Palms facing forward, broaden through the collarbone. Slight tuck of the pelvis. And either close the eyes or find a gazing spot in front of you to focus on. Breathe into the posture, find your breath rhythm, ride it through, trying to lengthen those exhales a little longer than your inhales. Again, finding that focus on how the body feels standing here, taking up space on your mat. We'll be here for just a couple more breaths. Give yourself this time to just focus in without any attachment to where we're going or where we've been, on the mat or otherwise. Inhale, lift the gaze, blink open the eyes, and find warrior two at the top of the mat. So spin the left feet to face the front. The right foot is going to step back. Your right toes are facing the edge of the mat. Your left heel should be in line with the back right arch. So when you get that aligned, lengthen out through the arms and sink into your lunge. You might need to adjust your stance. You can widen out a little bit if you need. Press the hips open forward. Press the heart open forward. Reach with the fingertips. Lengthening out as much as you can. Take up as much space on your mat as you can. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, reach it forward. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Gaze up towards your fingertips. Spend a few breaths here. Finding that side body stretch. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Spin that back foot up. Finding your lunge. Deep breath in here. Exhale, step the left foot back. Top of a push-up plank or lower to your knees. One more deep breath in here. And then we're going to lower to cobra or up dog. Lower all the way to your belly. If you're taking cobra, untuck the toes. Inhale, roll the shoulders down the back as you lift your heart, lift your gaze. Breath in. Exhale, shift it up and back to child's pose. Take a few rounds of breath here before we meet in downward facing dog. And gently making your way into your downward facing dog. Lifting through the tailbone, lengthening through the back of the shoulders, back of the neck. And look between your hands, tiptoe towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, roll in the spine, bring the arms up with you. And exhale, palms down. Facing forward, heel toe your feet apart. Finding that wide-legged stance again. Closing the eyes, taking a breath in here. And when you're ready, stepping that left foot to the back of the mat for warrior two. Right toes face the top of the mat. Align your front heel with the back arch. Warrior two. Shift the weight forward into that right knee. Lengthen out through the hands. Press the hips open forward. Press the heart forward. Look over your front palm. Inhale, reach, expand. Reach forward on the inhale. Flip the front palm. Reverse your warrior. Right palm comes up. Left arm reaches down the back. Spend a few breaths here. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot, turning that back heel up, finding your lunge. Step back to top of a push-up. Find your plank or lower your knees. Then lower all the way to your belly, cobra pose. Untuck the toes, inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders down the back. Lighten the hands here. Use the toes to reach out, tops of the feet pressing down to find that length. Exhale, lower the forehead to the mat. Inhale, press it up and back to child's pose. 2 rounds of breath here. We'll meet in downward facing dog. When you're ready, shifting forward to tuck the toes under, lifting up to your downward dog. Look between your hands, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, bring the arms up overhead. Reach it up, lift the heart up, press the hips forward, slight back bend. Cactus your arms, elbows down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale to mountain. Relaxing the fingertips down, lifting the gaze once again. Take a big breath out through the mouth. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. We're going to take it right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step your right foot to the back of the mat and spin that heel down. Finding again, warrior two. Inhale, reach it up and back. Settle in. Align your heel with the back arch. Broaden through the hips, broaden through the collarbone. Reach it out. Inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Staying here in a reverse warrior, straighten that front leg. And as you exhale, come to triangle pose. Hinging at the hip, reach forward, drop that left hand, press it against your leg or a block. If you need, you can hop that back foot in. You can widen your stance by heel toeing that left foot towards the edge of the mat if you need. Right arm comes up when you've found your triangle shape. Think more about becoming on one plane with your body than getting low. It doesn't matter how low you can go. Worry about more how it feels on the inside and that alignment. Are you creating space by lengthening up? That's what we're going for. Gaze down at your foot if you need a little bit more stability. A couple more breaths here, you've got it. Press into the knife edges of the feet. Keep lifting through that side body, pulling that right arm open, keeping the heart open. One more inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend into that knee and find your side angle lunge. You might need to adjust that back foot. Left elbow to your left knee, right arm stays lifted. Breathe here. Inhale, look up at the right hand. And then exhale, cartwheel that hand down. Bring your hands to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe that left foot to the edge. Lift that back heel, finding again lizard pose. Pull the left hip back, the right hip forward. You'll feel that stretch in the left glute, that outside of the left hip even. You can lower your right knee if you need a little bit more stability. A couple more breaths here. And then walk your hands over the right side of the mat. Spin that back heel down, wide-legged forward fold. So all toes are facing the right side of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Come up to your tops of your fingertips, lengthening through the back of the spine. Then press the hips back, press the tailbone back. Slight bend in your knees. And then lower your chest between the legs. Head lowers, crown of the head is dumping out on the mat underneath you. Relax the arms. And then grab either ankle or your feet with your hands, reaching them out towards the side of the mat, or the side of the feet rather. Take a gentle shake of the head, yes and no. Up and down, left and right. Keep pressing out through the sitting bones, lengthening through the spine. Then bring your hands to the mat in front of you. Again, halfway lift. Hands are like little suction cups, scooping up onto the fingertips, creating space between the palms. One more breath here. And then walk the hands back towards the top of the mat, finding your lizard pose, lifting that back heel. 2 breaths here. Spin that back heel down, warrior 2. Inhale, reach the right arm up, left hand follows, sink in. Straighten the legs and turn both toes towards the right side of the mat to find your star pose. Now here we are again, finding as much space as we can. Legs are out straight, toes all facing forward. Reach out with the fingertips, drop the shoulders. Deep breath in. Slight bend in the knees if you're prone to. Locking out your legs, you need to keep that energy flow through the leg channels. Reach out with your fingertips. Maybe play around with palms facing up, see how that feels. We're gonna be here for 3 rounds of breath. Again, I encourage you to either close your eyes or find a spot to gaze at in front of you. Practicing that focus, that concentration. Let everything in your peripheral view just fade. Breathe here. Slow down your exhales. Try to keep the arms up. One more breath in. Exhale, release the hands down next to you. Clasp the hands behind your low back. Pull the hands down as you open the shoulders. Slight bend in the knees, and as you inhale, lengthen through the back, folding forward, pulling the arms back behind you. Folding forward, arms come up overhead, finding that wide-legged forward fold. And then press into the feet, bend the knees. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Relax your hands when you become upright. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold again. Walk the hands over the side of the mat, coming back to the top. Finding a lunge. Lower the right knee. Bring the left knee to meet it. Shift the hips back, child's pose. Reach the fingertips forward. Relax the forehead down. Exhale it out through open mouth. Inhale, coming back to tabletop. We'll meet in downward facing dog when you're ready. And look between your hands, tiptoe towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll the spine to stand. Bring the arms up with you. Cactus your arms at the top. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, shoulders, reaching the arms up. Little back bend, press the hips forward. Heart up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot to the back of the mat, finding warrior 2. Spin that back heel down. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Right hand follows, sink into that lunge. Reach out with the hands. Take up your space. Front knee is over your front ankle. Ankle is in line with the back arch. Take your time. Inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm. Exhale to your reverse warrior. Stay here for a couple breaths. Keep trying to deepen the breath, expanding those right ribs, creating space in the chest. And then inhale, straighten that front leg, moving to triangle pose. Exhale, the hands back, straight out. And then tilt that right hand down to the inside of the right leg. Adjust your stance, maybe hopping that back foot in. Left arm lengthens up. Press the hips forward. It might draw your arm up a little bit, up the leg. Remember, it's not about how low you can go, but how much you can, squeeze yourself into one plane. You don't want the butt sticking out, so tuck the tailbone, lengthen through. 2 more breaths here. Tune in on how this pose feels in your body. And then slowly begin to bend into that right knee, finding your side angle lunge. Press that right foot back or that left foot back if you need. Right elbow on your right knee. Lift that left arm. Maybe gazing up. And then look down at your foot. Exhale, cartwheel that left hand down. Right hand meets it. Hands on the inside of the foot for your lizard pose. About to make our way to our wide-legged forward fold. So walk your hands over the left side of the mat, finding your wide-legged forward fold. Press the hips back. Fingertips on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Remember to keep a little bend in the knees. Press the hips back as you hinge forward. This time, walk the hands back behind you to the back of the mat, back behind the feet. Keep lengthening through the spine as you press out through the sitting bones. Let the head hang heavy. We'll be here for a couple more breaths. Keep pressing the feet into the mat. Slight bend in the knees. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Hang out here for just another breath. And inhale, walk the fingertips back forward, tent up onto the hands, halfway lift. Finding that tabletop hand or shape with the spine, lengthening through back of the tailbone, lengthens out. And then look towards the top of the mat and walk the hands over towards the left, over the left side to the top of the mat. Finding your lizard pose, spin that back heel down, warrior 2. Left arm reaches up. Sink into that warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale back to warrior 2. Straighten that front leg and turn your toes to face the left side of the mat. Once again, finding that star pose. So adjust your stance, maybe moving the feet in or further out. Slight bend in the knees, press down through the outer edges of the feet. Reach the arms out. Maybe spinning the palms up for a little bit different sensation, a little opening in the shoulders. Find your gazing point. Let everything else fade away outside of that tiny dot that you're staring at, or close your eyes. Tune out all distractions. Both internal of your thoughts, external, anything going on outside of the mat. Focus in, breathe in, finding this posture as you lengthen. Feel that you belong here. Open, expansive, in tune to what is inside of you. All of the answers are there. If we become quiet enough and in tune enough with ourselves to hear them through the noise, through the thoughts, through others' opinions. If your body begins to shake, let it shake. Breathe in. On your next inhale, blink open the eyes, lower the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, clasp the hands behind your low back. Keep your feet where they're at. Lower the hands as you draw the shoulder blades down. Inhale, reach the neck up, open, maybe dropping the head back. And then exhale, forward fold. Send the hips back, straight back. Arms come up overhead as you lower your chest between the legs. Press the feet into the mat, bend the knees to come back up. Release the arms, inhale them up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, hands come down to the mat. Last time, pressing out through the hips, releasing the head down. And then inhale, halfway lift, hands kind of Coming up onto the finger pads and walk the hands over the side of the mat, coming back to the top of the mat. Finding your lizard pose, lower that right knee, bring the foot in between the hands and send that left knee back to meet it. Take a few rounds of cat and cow to rinse it out, as I like to say. Drop the belly, lift the chin. That's your inhale. Exhale to cat, curling the spine, tucking the chin. Just allow your body to roll through these movements with the breath. And then coming to neutral spine, we'll move gently into puppy pose. So keep your hips directly over your knees here and walk the hands as far out as you need to slowly lower onto your chest. Remember, hips stay over your heels, so your tailbone is going to be lifted. Lower to your heart or your chin. If you've got a prop here, that can be helpful to lower the upper body onto. Finding that space in between the shoulder blades. Find your breath. And then inhale, press into your hands to slowly lift yourself up. Walk the hands back underneath you into your tabletop. Press the left hand in the center of the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And then exhale, thread that right arm underneath you. Lower it all the way to your right shoulder, or however far feels good for you. Rest the right side of the face onto the mat. You can keep your left palm in front of your face. Or if you want to take a bind, inhale, reach that left arm up. And exhale, bring the back of the left hand over to your hip. So crossing that arm behind you. Maybe wiggling your fingertips in between the crease of your right hip and your right belly. Breathe here. Slowly release that left arm, reaching it back up. Plant that left hand next to your face. Press into that left hand to reach yourself up. Re-extend that right arm up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right hand in the center of the mat. Other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up and open. Exhale, gently thread that left arm underneath you. Lower onto your left side, however far feels good. Left side of the face on the mat. Plant the right hand. Stay here. Or if you're taking that bind, reach that right arm up. Exhale, bending at the elbow, bring the back of the left hand down the left side of the body, wiggling those fingers towards the crease between the left hip. And find your rest here. Inhale to re-extend that right arm. Exhale, plant that right hand next to your face. Press in to lift yourself up. Re-extend that left arm. Exhale, plant it down. Walk the hands towards the top of the mat. Bring the toes together and widen the knees. Finding a hanging cobra. So keep the belly tight. Lower the hips onto the mat in front of you. Breathe in deep as you pull your heart through the shoulders. Maybe lifting the chin. And then exhale, sink it back to wide-legged child's pose. That's your exhale. Inhaling, bringing the toes still together, bouncing on the knees, lowering the belly. Keep tucking the tailbone, belly's tight, protecting that low back. Look up. Inhale, lifting from the belly, shifting up and back to child's pose on your exhale. Keep moving with these dynamic motions in and up. Open, back on the exhale. Take your time. We'll be here for a couple more rounds. Move at your own pace. And take one last round. We'll meet in child's pose. Bring the knees together underneath you. Big exhale out. Preparing for one little more round of movement on the feet. Tuck the toes, coming up to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right foot up and back. Bend the heel to open the hips. Draw that heel towards the glute. Exhale, re-extend. Draw the knee underneath your nose. Plant that right foot between your hands. Warrior one. Spin that back heel back down. Left toes are facing the edge of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bending into that front knee. Exhale, cactus your arms. And then lower the hands, clasp the hands behind the low back. Draw the hands down the spine as you lift your heart, humble warrior. Begin to fold over that front leg as you bring your right arms up overhead. Relaxing the head between the legs. Keep pressing the back foot down. Strong in the legs. One more breath in here. Stay for the exhale. Press the feet down to inhale, lift yourself up, release your hands. Inhale, bring the arms up. And then shift the weight forward, spin that back left heel up, reaching forward, and begin to step forward to mountain pose, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bring them down next to you. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. We'll flow it through. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back to plank or hands and knees. Lower to up dog or cobra. Pulling the heart through the shoulders. Look. Exhale, downward facing dog. Prepare for the other side. Fingertips spread wide. Gaze back at your feet. Inhale, lift the left heel up and back. Draw that left heel in towards the glute, opening the hips. Stack your left hip over your right. And then exhale, bring that knee underneath you. Plant the left foot between your hands, warrior one. Right heel spins down, right toes towards the edge of the mat. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, reach back. Sink into that lunge. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward, squaring your hips and shoulders towards the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms, lower the elbows all the way to the hands, come down, clasp your hands behind your low back. Inhale, draw the hands down the spine as you open your heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Fold between the legs, firm in the feet. Hands come up behind you, lower the forehead, lower the neck. Relax both of those too. Breathe in deeply here. Press into the feet to lift yourself up. Release the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And then begin to shift forward, folding over that front leg. Bring the back heel up. Begin to balance on that front left foot as you step forward to forward fold, arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold, slow dive. Release at the bottom. Heel toe the feet apart towards the edges of the mat and take ragdoll pose. Grab either elbow with your hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, let everything hang over. And take a gentle rocking left and right. See if you can find some weightlessness in the head. Switch the crossing of the arms. And begin to swing the arms between the legs, up and down. And release the hands, slowly roll up to stand until you are at the top of the mat. Keep that wide-legged stance. And just begin to shake out your body. Let everything bounce and shake. All of that energy, that movement. Getting it out of the body. Shake and bounce, bend your knees. Purse the lips. And then slowly begin to stop and find some stillness. Heel toe the feet together until you find a stable stance. Begin to take that right hand and just sweep the energy off your arms. Down the arm, off the fingertips. Take the hands to the top of the head and roll it down the back. Wipe it down your legs, sweep it off. Again, taking all that energy, all that movement, sweeping it off. Anything you don't need. Wiping down the arms again, the front of the legs, all the way down from the shins to the toes, reach it up. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, last forward fold. Big exhale out, let it all go, all of that stale energy. Anything holding you back, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Step the feet back, lower the knees, coming to hero pose. Bring the hands to the knees, relax the shoulders, close the eyes. And a couple breaths of stillness here. Take a deep breath in, fill up as much as you can. Keep breathing in. Expand a little bit more, hold it at the top. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. We've worked through opening the body, moving some of that stale energy. We'll take a couple more heart openers before lowering onto our backs and closing out the practice. So moving into camel pose, inhale, lift up onto your knees. Bring your hands to your back. You can either bring your fingertips down or the fingertips can face up. What is most important is to feel stable in the lower body. And remember, it's more about lengthening than bending. So inhale, lengthen through the spine, press the hips forward, reach the heart up, lift the chin, drop the head back. Stay here or keep pressing the hips forward, but don't lose that length. As you press the hips forward, lengthen through the spine, maybe you can reach back for your heels. Maybe not, maybe you stay with your hands on your low back. If you've got your heels, press the hips forward. Keep releasing the neck, dropping the head back. On your inhales, keep lengthening. Feel the chest expand. Sigma out, bring your hands back to your hips. Slowly come back up. Take a minute, take a breath here. If you feel a little lightheaded, take your time. Lower the hips over the heels. Bring your hands back onto your knees in front of you in hero pose and spend a few meditative moments of quiet, allowing that camel pose to work its way through the body. Notice any opening in the heart and the chest. Stay with any emotions that may come up. Breathe into them. And then breathe through them. Slowly begin to shift your hips to one side, extending the legs out long in front of you. Making your way to a bridge pose. So coming to the center of the mat, lower all the way onto the back. Walk the heels in towards your hips. Lengthen your arms next to your hips, fingertips reaching towards your heels. Feet should be about hips with distance apart. Slight tuck of the chin to lengthen through the back of the neck. And then engage the belly by pressing the belly button down towards the spine. Press the feet into the mat. You'll feel all engines firing up in the thighs, the legs. And then inhale, lift the hips up, creating space between the tailbone and the mat. You can stay here, or to deepen your back bend, you can clasp the hands together under your tailbone, wiggle the shoulder blades together, lifting the heart, lifting the chest off the mat, pressing the forearms down, lifting up through the hips. Keep length in the back of the neck. Keep your gaze steady in a spot on the ceiling. We'll be here for 3 more breaths if that's appropriate for you. You can stay longer. You can stay not as long as you're breathing easily and freely, following your breath down when you're ready to release. Keep the feet firm. Last inhale, make it count. Release the hands, slowly zip the spine down, starting with the neck. Lower between the shoulder blades, the mid-back. The tailbone is last. Draw the right knee in. Extend the left leg long, taking a wind-removing pose. So draw that right knee in, press out through the left heel, lengthen through that front hip flexor. Keep pressing out through the heel as you draw that right knee in towards your armpit. One more breath in here. Take your left hand to the knee and draw that right leg across your body towards the left side for a twist. So right leg to the left. Gaze over your left shoulder, extend that left arm out next to you for an added sensation to that twist. Your knee doesn't have to go all the way to the floor. Find what's appropriate for you. Keep both shoulder blades on the mat. Relax down on the exhales. Find a little space in between each vertebrae on the inhales. We'll be here for 2 more rounds of breath. Full into the lower belly. Full exhale out through the nose. Inhale, draw your gaze back up to the ceiling. Draw that right knee back in. And then draw both knees in. Give yourself a squeeze, curling into a ball. Lift the forehead to the knees. And then take hold of that left knee, squeeze it in as you extend that right leg onto the mat. Lower the upper body, squeeze the left knee in, press out through that right heel. Find some length in the front hip flexor as you pull that left knee in. One more breath here. Take that left knee with your right hand. Draw the left knee across your body for a twist towards the right. Shoulder blades firmly on the mat, extend the left arm long. Let your gaze fall up over the left shoulder. Let gravity coax your leg gently down, no forcing. Keep tugging your awareness back to the breath. Big exhale out. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Draw that left knee back in. And the right knee follows. Take that right ankle over the left knee. Reach between the space between your legs. Supine figure 4. Deep hip opener here, as deep as you'd like. Draw that left leg in as you energetically press that right knee away. Find a spot where you can breathe into the tightness. Let your inhales go right to that spot. And let your exhales bring a little softness, a little release. I like to gently sway left and right here. You can try that out or stay still. 2 more breaths on this side. And come to stillness, lower that left leg, uncross the right foot, and switch sides. Left ankle over your right knee. Lift the right leg up. Hang on to the back of that right leg as you gently pull the right leg in towards you. Slightly press that left knee away. Slight tuck of the chin, lengthening through the back of the spine. Finding the spot that's piquing your interest. Breathing into any tightness. Exhaling out softness and ease. Maybe taking that gentle rocking on the other side if you need it. Keep the jaw relaxed. Keep the face neutral. Be aware of anywhere you're holding tension to try to make up for the experience in your hip. Soften and release a little bit more. If you are rocking, slowly allow yourself to come back to stillness. Uncross that left leg, reach between the knees to grab your toes or your ankles, maybe the shins for happy baby. Lifting through the heels, pressing the tailbone down, tuck the chin. Lengthening through the spine, draw the knees down, shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen through. Inhale, bring the feet together, extend the legs up towards the sky, hands come down next to you, press up through the heels, draw the knees in, lower the feet. Gentle windshield wiper left and right. And if there's any final poses, stretches, breath, noises, whatever you need to close out the asana practice, feel free to take those final movements. When you're ready, slowly extend the legs quietly onto the mat. I encourage you to bring your heels to the edges of the mat. And extend the arms out long. Again, that physical embodiment of taking up space. Allowing the inner body the room to allow whatever questions, whatever you're working on, whatever you're struggling with, allow all of that to find its way through the body and out through the breath. Bringing a deeper sense of clarity, tuning into your own wisdom, your body and mind's ability to know and heal itself is accessible. It's just a lot of undoing of societal and biological processes that sometimes cloud that inner judgment, that inner wisdom. So here we lay with our arms and legs extended. Take a deep breath in. Deeper. A little deeper. Hold it at the top. Keep holding. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Allow yourself to rest here. At peace in mind and body. Feel your head safe on the mat underneath you. And the hip and shoulder points melting into the earth. Release the awareness of your breath, any attachment to any thoughts. Allow yourself to be. I'll let you know when it's time to come back to consciousness. Slowly begin to bring your awareness to your body on the mat, your presence in your space, and bringing some small movements to the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And slowly making your way to the side, curling into yourself, propping your head up with your arm. Take a breath in here. Gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat at the top of the mat. No rush. Keeping the eyes closed or a soft gaze in front of you. Draw the hands together at heart center. Drop the chin and drop the gaze towards the tops of the fingertips. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may our thoughts, words, and actions in some way contribute to that happiness and to the freedom of us all. Exhale, release the hands, release the mantra. Lift your gaze. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time on the virtual mat. Thank you.